Hey Earthlings, welcome back to another video. I got Martin today with me again. I mean, you know Martin from this video and this video, sort of. But the thing is, I never talked about his main thing, right? Like, you know, my main thing is my beard and my handsomeness, obviously. And Martin's main thing is breaking all the world records. All these over here. So what we're gonna do is I'll kind of just go through them because there's a bunch of videos on the internet you can watch with like interviews with Martin and other stuff. And I thought because we're magician buddies, we can talk about like some stuff that he didn't talk about with the general public. But I don't want to share with you any secrets because, you know, don't tell anybody, man. So wait till the end of the video to watch the Skydive talk. So let's start with the one you broke like 3 times.
So I did most magic blindfolded in 1 minute. Firstly on Britain's Got Talent. I was the only person that year to get a record on the show. Problem was that the tricks, because they were so fast and quite small on a very big stage, unfortunately the camera team didn't quite capture all of the tricks in sequence. So as it is, they didn't actually show or broadcast my record. And out of all the records that I hold, that is the only one that I have not actually seen. I've held the record, but I had no idea how it looks because I didn't watch it. But
allegedly.
Yeah, no, I say
because
allegedly. Generally,
yeah,
I even know. I
happen.
still haven't seen the footage. So yeah, that's the one record that I've got, which is weird because it's like this big, amazing moment in my life, but I've got nothing to show for it apart from that certificate. Guinness World Records asked me to do to be guest speaker at the launch of their 2020 book campaign. So I said, well, if I'm speaking, why don't I try and break the record again? Because I thought, well, if Britain's Got Talent are going to show it, then I'll hopefully get Guinness World Records to show it. So I did it for their all of their senior team, and then off the back of that they asked me back to do it for a 3rd time at their headquarters so they could film it for social media. So on Britain's Got Talent I did 20 tricks, 2nd time was 23 tricks, and then the last time was 24 tricks in the 1 minute time frame.
That's pretty crazy, right? We're just getting started, so I'm just looking at these kind of like in a library. I'm gonna pick the most magic tricks performed underwater in 3 minutes.
Okay, so most magic underwater in 3 minutes. This was my most recent record that I've achieved. I did that in November 2020 at Pinewood Film Studios, and this is one that I've been wanting to do for a few years. I really wanted to push myself to do it because my biggest fear is being underwater, but the biggest challenge with doing magic underwater is the fact that everything gets wet, which literally meant we would come up with an idea for a trick, get in the water. Firstly, the water changes the way the materials move, and also all of our movements are slowed down as well, so trying to do magic in water is actually really difficult.
Okay, the most cards identified in 1 minute.
Yeah, so
tell us about that one.
This one was a funny one because basically off the back of doing the blindfold records, Guinness World Records asked if I would do another record to celebrate the launch of the 2020 book, and they asked me to do a kids TV show called Blue Peter, and so I had to do a record that was suitable to be in the studio, suitable for live TV, because also this is the first of all of them, all of the records which was actually broadcast live, because everything else was all pre-filmed. So the pressure was on with that as well. I had to come up with different ideas of things to do, so I tried to come up with ideas of like doing magic while upside down. I toyed with the idea of magic on fire, but that would not have worked in a kids TV film studio. But in the end, I ended up doing a record that was actually held by Joshua J.
You guys don't know who Joshua J is, but he's like pretty cool.
He's a big magician. Yeah, he's a very, very big magician.
So he's just flexing now, basically. But good.
Yeah, but I did feel a bit bad. I did kind of. I didn't know what the etiquette was with asking a magician about, or asking someone about breaking their record. So I did kind of say to him, "Oh, so I'm thinking of going for it," and he was like, "Yeah, if you want to go for it." So fair play to him. But yeah.
All right, we got 2 records to go. Now that I thought of it, it's kind of similar, but it's not, I assume.
Well, yeah,
I assume it's way more terrifying.
Together.
So the next 2, we have wind tunnel, right? The most magic tricks performed in a wind tunnel in 3 minutes is 8 and was achieved by Martin. And then we have the skydive, which is 11 tricks, but also you're falling to your death potentially.
Yeah.
So that's kind of terrifying, right? Because normally the danger is the trick.
No, yeah,
I mean, but it says this is a world record, and it's a stunt, and it's a...
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, to be fair, I was more, like, with every record, I've always made sure that, obviously, safety is paramount with it. I'd say, to be honest, out of them, the one that is actually, ironically, probably more dangerous is the water record, because I'm a good 2-3 meters underwater, so if anything was to happen, then I've got I suppose on the skydive as well, but the chances of things happening on the skydive are so slim in comparison to what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff in
and also like you're jumping with trained professionals who know what they're doing. Obviously, there's always going to be those like accidents or things that happen. But when you tally it up, actually on skydives, do you know what it is? It's the most unnatural thing for us to do, and if you haven't done a skydive, then nothing literally can prepare you for it, but nothing compares to it when you do it. So I did an initial skydive, just doing a couple of tricks. I did like a sponge ball. I did I can't remember what I did with the card, but I just did a couple of random things just so I had that visual of me free falling. And then I really wanted to try and make it go big and try and do it on a big scale. So the most of the time was trying to get sponsorship for it and just try and push it so that it would get good PR. And but I just couldn't get anything going. So then I was like, right, well, let's just try and see what it's like doing magic properly in that wind speed. So I was looking for like aerodynamic tunnels where they test the airflow of cars and stuff. But obviously the problem with that is it's coming at you rather than you going down through it.
Yeah.
So that's when I found the indoor skydiving place, which was amazing because it meant that I was able to. And when I got there, I kind of tentatively went in and tried a couple of things with the instructor I was with, and then the manager called me into the office and was like, "What are you doing? This is millions of pounds worth of kit." So I was like, "I'm a magician. I'm sorry." And and then I told him what it was. I told him I was doing it for charity. And then it snowballed from there. Really, he said, "Why don't you do a record here?" So I had the beauty of it is I had tons of time in the tunnel actually practicing, because you only get like 1-2 minutes at a time on a flight session. Whereas I was very fortunate because he let me stay afterwards when they shut it to the public, and so we just had like a good half hour in there. There was a couple of times where the sponge would slip on my hand. It would fly around the system, come back, and provided it got it through the fans without being lacerated, it would come around and twat me in the face. It would come around and hit me in the face, and literally it was and it stings as well.
Sponge,
yeah, and it stings and hits you at that speed.
Okay, Martin, is the next one most magic tricks done while bungee jumping?
I do want to do some form of stunt bungee jumping. To be honest with you though, the whole records thing, because I've done each of them to raise money for Spread a Smile, the charity spreadasmile.org if you want to check out what we do. Doing magic in hospitals for kids.
Oh yeah, actually, there was a bungee jumping trick.
Yeah, no. Well, so I
actually did see the trick, but it wasn't like a record thing.
Yeah, no. Well, when the Skydive aired, because it aired as part of Guinness World Records Day, there was another guy who basically did the highest bungee dunk with dunking a biscuit into a cup of tea. He did it on a bungee jump, and but I've always wanted to do a bungee jump and do something on a bungee jump.
Cool. So how cool is this? 5 records. Most of these are insane. What's your look? It's not your kids, right? So which one's your favorite? Now that you've done them, which one you're like the most? Not even proud of, but more like that one.
I think to be fair, out of all of them, it would have to be the water record, my most recent one, only because I think out of all of them, that one itself, the day could not have gone better. I did it at Pinewood Studios in their main water tank, so to be able to grab that as a venue and utilise that was just such a prestigious thing. And I think also just how much I had to go through to get to that point, and also just the little things that it represents, like personally as well, because like with each of the records, in fairness, like each one has been dedicated to a different child that I've been working with at that particular time, and sadly not all of them are with us anymore. And so on a personal level, with each of the records, they're just there as a means to have that little connection to that little moment in time with that child. And
Oh, so I got it wrong. It is like your kids.
They're all like
all kids.
Do you know what? With each record, I know they sound silly, and I know kind of on the face of it, they're all a bit of a joke. But I've just done them for for my own reasons, which is just to make kids laugh, make kids smile, and just spark their imaginations. And just do crazy stuff myself in the process. I mean, you got to say, I
have fun while doing it. Right?
Yeah, exactly, literally, because if you're not having fun, then what's it all about? So
Cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Martin's talked for like a while. You're good. This is the short version you're seeing on the channel. Hello, welcome. Right. If you want to see the extended version, of us chatting about stuff even more, go to my Patreon. It's like $3 a month, the minimum, and you get like free stuff and whatever if you want. You don't have to do whatever. And also, we have a show in London every Wednesday starting from June. Go into the description and buy tickets. There's also a video when I did the tour of the venue, and me and Martin talk about the show and stuff. So go watch that if you want, or not. You know, do whatever you want. We don't care.
Check it out.
Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.